Welcome back, everybody. This is episode number 8 of the Bladesong Dynasty. This is our roleplay dynasty. It's been we've been playing this for a couple months now. 8 episodes, as I said. It's a recurring dynasty focusing on role-playing, world building, lore writing, all both here in chat and on Discord. And what we do here is basically I come up with a situation, right? A background, a cultural and political background for the kingdom that is a little different than what a normal King of the Castle game would have. And then we start from there. That serves as a prompt for your roleplay. And we start from there and we explore different themes in different dynasties. This is our third or fourth dynasty, maybe even fifth, depending on how you count. If you know how to count. And we usually play this for 3 to 4 months and then move on to the next one. So we're roughly, we passed the midway, the halfway mark for this one. I think we're going to be playing this for another month and a half, more or less. And then we're going to move to the next one. The way this dynasty works, it's all about personal glory and competitions, dueling, jousting, fighting in the arena, and acquiring glory with your personal deeds, and then getting people to sing your deeds, and get poems in your name, so that your renown may not die even after you are dead yourself. Now, though, in case you're just joining for the first time, or maybe you don't remember what happened last time, I have a summary to read for you, prepared as always by our lovely That Which Lurks. So previously, on the Bladesong Dynasty, in the reign of King Gloria III the Sodden, who ruled from 1053 to 1055. Unlike peaceable Gloria II, their cousin and heir was unruly and chafed at the idea of Ashmead still holding Marcher territories since the failed crusade. His family tree was to be remembered for its protective thorns, not meek flowers like magnolias. Once crowned, he hired a new marshal and tasked General Tabeka Howitzer with refitting their armies in preparation for reclaiming the stolen land. He was interrupted by the Solvington Gull Bank trying to collect on his predecessor's debt. For all of the new king's efforts, the treasury did not have the 3,750 coins required. The bank retaliated by having Kurth impose trade sanctions. Cool heads prevailed before things escalated further, and the Republic was placated with controversial trade concessions. Those durably weakened Gloria. While he reasserted his authority, the kingdom stirred. General Howitzer was suspected of using her position to bring troops under Marcher control, perhaps to launch a coup like Gloria I had done. Gloria III would not imperil his war by replacing a key strategist. The council gambled on General and King having the same interest in the kingdom for a time. Marshal Velda and Treasurer Cerise were no more loyal, being among the many persons bought off by rogue patrician Maurice Lurks. He planned to buy the kingdom's debt from Kurth, and through it, the throne. The war chest foiled this plot. Meanwhile, charismatic grandee Xacintha Blueberry cast herself as the Ninth's envoy, sent to end the court's iniquity. Many in the devout kingdom listened to her. Archbishop Silverius insisted that Gloria meet Xacintha, lest she did what Lemongrave could not, and cause a schism in the church. The king agreed, and drowned in beer, in what was either an accident, the thirsty fellow's miracle, or a trap. His life cut short before he could even declare his war. Religious schemers derided him as Gloria the Sodden for his abject end. Thus ended the lineage of the Glorias. Please, as always, give us a big round of applause for That Which Lurks for providing this handy-dandy summary. I don't know how we would do without this, to be quite honest, because they're so freaking useful. Thank you so much, Lurks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. So, was I tagged somewhere or... I don't think so, right? Oh no, but hey, King Israel, how you doing? Let me show you. Here is you, always sad and disappointed. That's a constant in your character. It's very rare that we get a King Israel, a happy King Israel character. Still, you have 4,700 gold. 4,700 gold. All right. I would say let's start right away with the coronation here of Queen Xacintha and see how things go. And then from then, I'll introduce you. Chancellor Oswin is still with us. Your Majesty, you may have won the throne from King Gloria III, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Oh, this is so ironic. Should I get changed into my waterproof robes then? It may be for the best, Your Majesty. Shall we call the nobles in? Oh, we can have a religious ceremony. Isn't that fitting? Alright? I mean, we just don't wear heavy necklaces, yeah. I mean, I know what I want to do. This has been a miracle. This has been a miracle. And Xacintha also, keep in mind that she became famous because she performed a miracle already before becoming queen. Because she promised food for all in the south, and she did. Now, let's pretend that things are not as they are. Because I want to remind you that Queen Xacintha comes from the Blueberry family. And the Blueberry family is very renowned for being a farmland powerhouse, basically. You know, an agricultural powerhouse of the kingdom. So, they probably stockpiled some food and had it there in case they needed it. But of course, there's no way that was enough, right? Oh, food for all in the south. Yeah. It's an 8. It's better than the others. Alright, a religious ceremony it is. Looks like the Grandees managed to sway the kingdom. Who's the only Grandee who doesn't believe that? It's Trinitas, huh? Okay. Okay. Makes sense, Amy. Since we're curious, is Pie Master Ismay still around? What became of them? Of her? She is still around. She's still around. Oh. 1 out of 8 river. Wow. In the hallowed halls of St. Bertram's Cathedral, the Archbishop places the crown upon your head before launching into a sermon. And that is why Xacintha is the queen, ordained by divine right, chosen by the ninth god, and elevated above all. If the assembled nobles were plotting against you, perhaps the threat of eternal damnation has given them second thought. Probably not. Yeah. That's a good one, Morgan. Alright. Let's go after the flood here. Oh yeah, definitely best buds. You walk through the council hall reflecting on the miracle that led you to the throne. The floor is still unpleasantly sticky. Your Majesty, I have the person responsible for the tragic beer flood that took King Gloria III's life. Don't punish me, Your Majesty. This was an act of God, after all. Didn't he put you on the throne? Clofo! Welcome back. Your esteemed Highness, this man's breweries import a lot of hops from the coast. If he goes out of business, our farms will suffer. Can't you let him off? I mean... It was a miracle, right? It was a miracle. Morgrim always the detective. I mean, it was a miracle. So, we're not gonna kill the man. It was evidently a miracle. Let's do it. I doubt the ninth would truly act here. I mean, the foundations of the brewery collapsed. That's what happened there. It is, and this is Xacintha, right? Like, I think this is how Xacintha explained it. The foundations of the brewery collapsed. The ninth, of course, intervened with the intercession of Saint Callimaco. Decided to collapse the foundations of the brewery. Saint Callimaco must have intervened here, because that's just what would happen, right? If Saint Callimaco were to step in. And they saved the kingdom from what would have been a disastrous war. The kingdom's armies were not ready for a war. And the ninth, in his all-knowing clemency, knew that that was the case. That the madman King Gloria III would have declared war even if the kingdom was unfit for a war. And so the ninth, in his all-knowing clemency, decided to sacrifice one king for the well-being of a whole kingdom. That's what happened. That's what happened. The ninth knows that the kingdom must pray and rebuild before aiming to reconquer. We must pray and rebuild. Thank you, Your Majesty, most merciful. The lack of punishment for a brewer responsible for over 50 deaths, including the previous Gloria III, sends shockwaves through the kingdom. Business owners across the land realize they can maximize profits by getting away with severe negligence. Workplace accidents skyrocket. Now the beverage-related flood seems inevitable sooner or later. But more importantly, the decision cements belief that this flood was an act of God. The ninth has directly put you on the throne. How can anyone challenge you now? Amateur numbers. Yeah, the coast is a little bit skeptical, yeah. We're just as biased as you. I don't buy the ninth would be biased towards certain regions. I don't think, you know, I think it's all about, it's not about regions, it's about individuals. It all makes sense now. Oh, it absolutely wasn't a ploy, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's how Xacintha talks about it. And I think she stresses a lot the fact that there must be a correlation there, right? Like, the way this happened was the foundations of the brewery collapsing. And as we know, Saint Callimaco III, patron of foundations, must have stepped in to help with that. So her coming on the throne, her getting the crown, was approved in some way by Callimaco III, by Saint Callimaco III. That's the story she tells. Spymaster Ismay is still with us, as you can see. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless of course they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? And I think that Xacintha has a very clear purpose here, right? Xacintha is a political mastermind, keep that in mind, right? So she knows what her best cards are. And she knows that so far, so what she's saying is basically the kingdom has to rebuild. It has to become rich and stable. But she wants to do it. Yeah. So in prayer. She wants to do it through her miracles. That's how she wants to do it. She knows that she can channel the Ninth's will to make the kingdom prosperous again. And that's just what she wants to do. She wants to be recognized as a saint in the eyes of the kingdom. And she wants her deeds to be sung in hymns for decades, if not centuries, after her death. She wants to be recognized as a channel for the Ninth's power on Celestat. The church will love you, I suspect, but will anyone else? I suggest that for the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall faith as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Let's go. I don't know, Vaspir, we'll see. We'll see. Let's see who the claimants are. Killian of the Cross bloodline, powerful marcher equestrian, stands before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. When have the barons of the March backed down from the fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful king, on the throne. Barons of the March, what do you want to do to try to overthrow Queen Xacintha? Do you want to find a doppelganger and trying to lower your own defiance? Do you want to intimidate the queen, trying to raise stability? Or do you want to modernize the army again, trying to lower other people's military? Wait for me on the dawn of the 5th day. This is a betrayal. What happened to glory in a renewed crusade? Or do we merely plan for the 9th to flood the Ashmedians away to... Wow! Watch your mouth, Svedestus. That's not the kind of talk you can, you know? You can just flaunt around. Killian is from the Cross lineage. But no. No. No, Svedestus. No, we don't plan to just leave those lands to the Ashmedians. But the 9th evidently thought that this was not a ripe time for war. Do you really want to contradict the 9th's will? Do you think you know more than the 9th? Wow. Intimidation it is. Nazetta was faithful in a quiet way, but ironically, I think seeing the beer flood hailed as a miracle may have rattled her faith. Her heir's faith. It doesn't seem like what she imagines the 9th would do. I want to see people, like, I'm just gonna say it. I want to see people duel on this. Oh, this was a miracle. No, it was not. I challenge you. I want to see you murder each other for this. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. It's like hiring a wizard? No, it's like becoming a wizard or something. It's different. Oh, Shinsten, like, if the game gives us opportunity, she has Shinsten to show you how much of a coward she is. I never meant to assert such. I merely mean that we have much of our land lost and so much time. The 9th knows better. So you won't mind if we kill you with this scheme? No, you can kill whoever. I don't care for my monarchs. I just... The barons plan to hold the queen hostage in their own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Paka of the Vaspir lineage, infamous southern mischief maker, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. Wait, Vaspir, is this the black sheep of the family? Praise be! Xacintha now sits the throne and the Grandies are in charge, but the other regions will already be scheming to depose her. Do we stay loyal to the new queen, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? A mischief maker, huh? Grandies of the South, what do you want to do? Do you want to be a loyalist and aid the queen in her pursuit? Do you want to use subterfuge and trying to lower stability? Or do you want to start an uprising trying to raise the treasury? What do you want to do, Grandies? I'm really interested in where this Vedestis person is going to vote. Kazik Prime, hello. Good. 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 Glad he came to reason. Let's go. Everybody voted A except for Maito. That settles it then. Glory to the queen and glory to the ninth god. But we can always change our minds. If Xacintha ever gets out of line, we can take up our arms and get rid of her the old-fashioned ways. So you gotta help me out. Yeah, Maito. Yeah, Maito is really... Yeah, Xacintha is really clear. And then we have Tanaquil of the Alexa Arnold family. Sinister Navy Admiral Scribble. Oh, this is so cool. This is probably somebody who fought against the pirates. Scribbles with a well-used quill and a hardwood desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of Queen Xacintha. Something must be done. It sounds like a Pokemon to me. Patricians of the coast, what do you want to do? Do you want to use sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard and raise authority? Do you want to start a conspiracy trying to lower a treasury? Or do you want to spread corruption? Even sparse corruption, trying to lower authority? What do you want to do, patricians? I need you to vote. Ephra, hello? Yeah, an admiral is pretty admirable. See what I did there? Still, it didn't go through because you added something at the end. Yeah, you lost first. I tried, sparse corruption. Alright, there we go. So it's currently a tie. How many patricians do we have? 36. We have 9 patricians. If you are a patrician and you have not voted, you can technically break the tie here. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. It's gonna be a 50-50. Oh my god. Oh, it was Amy. A last second vote. Corruption it is. Interesting. I want to have a character who wants to scheme, but I don't like any of these. Sorry. Patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Alright. And let's see what we have here. We have an embittered step-uncle in Killian of the Cross lineage. And then 2 questionable claimants. Okay. This is interesting. I think we're gonna go with Call for Unity here. Yes, absolutely. There you go. Oh, a proposition, you say? Interesting. Komori Kitsune, welcome and thank you for joining. Totally black sheep, right? Yeah. Modest Pickle, welcome back. How you doing? So... Oh my god. Why do I have to have this event every time that I... Yes, your eye does indeed see that, Swede. Thank you, Vaspir. Oh, wow. Vaspir, quicker than Lurks this time. Well, let's start with this. Yeah, it's pretty weird. I got one. Your Majesty, there is a petitioner here to see you today. We're not exactly sure where she's from. What does she want? You'll see soon enough, Your Majesty. Greetings, Your Majesty. My name is Orid. I have a proposition for you. Tell me more about this proposition. 3 ships are docked in a harbor to the west. Their holds are packed to the gills with muskets and gunpowder, and they each boast a full battery of cannons. They're all yours in return for a small favor. And what is this favor? I only wish to stay in this kingdom with your blessings and protection. I can show your soldiers how to use the weapons, of course, to avoid any accidents. Fine. I'll call a vote. I'm not even question her. I'm not even gonna question her. We're just going to... Hey, Kerosene! Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. This defector is an opportunity to end Kurth's hegemony over us. To bring Kurthian seekers and weapons or accept them, we will need their help against Kurth's domination of our kingdom. Yeah, she's not even gonna question her. Divine Providence, huh? There you go. So, we're definitely not gonna do these. No, actually, I mean, we provide safe harbor here, right? I think it's pretty clear that we do that. It didn't go through, kinda. I'm glad I can put you in that spot, Amy, so you have to think. I think for the sake of being interesting... Oh, you would reject her, huh? It's a simple copy skeleton her recommendation, and Amy would reject her. Vaspir and Sparks Corruption would just freaking... arrest her. Kerosene is always for B. Wow. Alright, looks like it's gonna be A. Pretty clearly. I don't like her. Provide safe harbor. Orid and her weapons prove most useful in the coming months. She and her crew train your officers as promised. Orid demonstrates by puncturing a metal breastplate at 500 yards. The council clearly made the right decision. There we go. After these, I would say we go... Let's go with the Honor Guard, right? Oh. Hello, Madge. Wait, you're not King Gloria III. They never told me someone new was taking over. Damn, Vaspir on point. And Lurks. That was fun. That was fun to see. That's just typical. Always leaving Ronald out of things just because he's a trolldom folk. Well, who are you? What did you do with Gloria III? Your Majesty, get behind me! Of course, Marshal Mencia. As you might see, she's new around here. She doesn't know Ronald. Oh, don't bother yourself. I was just leaving. Now that Gloria III is gone, no one wants me here anyway. He lumbers out of the room in a huff, pushing past the Marshal on his way. I'm so sorry, I forgot to warn you about him. The old king kept him around as his cook. Ninth only knows why. He seemed friendly enough. True, but it could have been much worse. What if an assassin had got in, or a less friendly troll? There should have been guards at your door. The palace watcher incompetence. You needed a real honor guard to keep you safe. Well, yeah, we wanted Ronald here. I mean... yeah, exactly. Mencia was like, what? Nope. What is going on here? Races in our kingdom? Don't even joke about that. I wish I could hire the troll in full. I mean... I think it's gonna be the Southern Nuns, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be the Southern Nuns. The battle nuns arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently. Their solemn steel masks betray nothing before filing into formation behind your throne. Oh yeah, if somebody wants to hire Ronald, go ahead. Just discuss it. In case multiple people want to hire him, just discuss it beforehand. And then finally we have a proposition here. Welcome everybody to Treasurer Ducatia. We have a new person here on the council. You might remember we had a different treasurer previously, who was just as corrupt as the marshal, so we removed her, and now Ducatia is here. Hell yeah. Duels for who? Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. And Treasurer Ducatia has immediately a different idea of what to do with the kingdom's money. Different pronunciation. Yeah. Your Majesty, I have an idea. The best since lined parchment, I dare say. An expedition to Chur. Did we have Chur already here? Help me remember. Exactly, Lurks, yes. Collingwood II sent an expedition. It was a bit of a disaster. Oh, right. I remember. We did the celebrations, right? After the survivors came back. Yeah. I remember. Yes, I do remember now. Chur? Who's that? The vastness of Chur. You have a lot of wealth at the moment, Your Highness. It's just sitting around collecting dust. Why not make a sound investment and send explorers to Chur? Who knows what they might find? A treasure, rare materials, ancient history, a new disease. She's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. Huh. Sorry. Sorry about that. So I think I support what Still is saying here, you know? Yeah, I don't see why Xacintha would be interested. I mean, yeah, no, we're definitely not interested here. Not wasting money. She looks crestfallen, but nods curtly. Very well, Your Highness. Your pile of gold will remain a pile, perhaps another time. I think Ducatia might not last for long here. That's the kind of contribution that she's giving us. Oh, auction time! This is interesting. Let me actually open up the auction situation here. Let me see who's first. Tialis is still first. Wow, that's incredible. All right. Okay, let's go. You know how to do this. Let's start. Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the billing you want to fund followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising stability with a library by voting A, lowering military for the barons with a stadium by voting B, raising authority with a monument by voting C, Lowering faith for the grandees with an observatory by voting D. Lowering farming for the patricians with a deer park by voting E. And lowering authority with a theater by voting F. I'm gonna let you know when there's 20 seconds left. And then when there's 10 seconds left. 20 seconds left now. Keep in mind, spending money is seen as good and honorable in this dynasty. It gets you... Oh no, I forgot about the 10 seconds. There's 5 seconds now, 5 seconds left. Oh no, Marley. Oh no, Marley. How much money do you have? 1,235, Marley. So what happened? Simple Coffee and others building a library, and Astral spending all her money almost single-handedly building a theater. Good stuff. Libraries and theater. Culture. I like it. I like it. Oh no. Well, for the arts, exactly. Let's do stargazing first. This simply can't go on, Your Majesty. These archpuffins think they know everything, but they know nothing of the Ninth God's wrath. Please, Your Majesty, we found a perfect site for an observatory high in the southern hills. But it's on Grandee Dragon Pit's lands, and they refuse to let us build there. Such things are heresy. Their stars are just as big and close as the Ninth God intended. What put you up to this idea, I bet it was one of those patricians like that which lurks. Huh? Was it you, Lurks? Yeah, I think they are. I think they are, Amy. I think we won't construct it. I mean, yeah. I'm fine if you find a different site for it, but I don't think we will construct it where a grandee doesn't want it. Why on my lands? Yeah, no, exactly. I would go with a different site, to be quite honest. I'm fine with it being on a different side, but yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Blatant favoritism. I want to see what other plays the game comes up with. I'm not sure. Yeah, there we go. That was an easy thing to do. Let's just find a different site. You search far and wide for an alternative site in the southern hills, but the other grandees have similar concerns to Dragon Pit. Eventually, the scholars reluctantly build their observatory on the coast. But the lack of elevation and frequent rain from the sea mean that they make little progress with their stargazing. Within a few years, you imagine the place will be shuttered and closed. At least the nobles wasted their own money for once. Great. Great. That's what you want to see. Alright. Let's do a private exchange. The Kurth captain that you allowed to stay in the capital, the one who traded those weapons, she has been the cause of some concern. Nobles have complained that she has been rude and confrontational. She does not know royal etiquette after all. Worse, some suspect her of being a Kurth spy. It is indeed Lurks. Very well, I will have a word. You find Orient pacing the halls, far from our assigned chambers. Can I help? Earth bounty hunters landed in the coast not long ago. I see where you're going with this. We're very smart. Exactly. They're looking for me. I did not expect them to come here. Clearly, I was wrong. Tell me what you did, and I might help you. My crime was a crime of thought. I dared to disagree with the other senators on a matter of great import. So you're a senator of Kurth? I was, once. Now I am nothing. Huh. Orid was a senator? I didn't know. I didn't fucking know that. Huh. Do we just tell her to leave? Yeah, we found out more. That's true, Dragon Pit. Must keep her around to train the army. You're right. You're right, she promised. I'm not so sure though. We really don't want to anger the Senate, you know? That is my only concern. Play college rock ball. I think we're gonna say we should leave. You should leave, yeah. I think she's very pragmatic. And she doesn't want to start a war with Kurth. So, yeah, you should leave. As you say. Do not have anyone follow me. Before you can share any more words, she has turned heel. Sure enough, before the day is out, your spymaster reports that Orid has vanished. That's great. It's great. Issue sold. Your Majesty, it's important that you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'm not interested in love, I think. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The nobles will be most upset. Surely it behooves you to look at some options. I think that our mind is made up, you know? Oh god, I don't know. Would she actually go for celibate here? I actually don't think that this is her kind of sainthood. You know? Because she's very practical. She wants to show miracles. Yeah, exactly, Katori. I don't think so. Celibate is honorable in the view of the church, yeah, but I don't think that she... Plus you're good friends with Silverius, that's true. The Queen, it seems, fears Kurth so much for the brave Reaper fearlessly leading us into the future. It seems we shall remain subservient to Kurth and Ashmead for many more years to come. Exactly, Dragonbait. I think that might be the case here. I think she's zealous, but not to that point. Yeah. I think it would do no harm, yes. Give me the ladies. Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. See that you do. Katori coming through. Hello, brother. It's an easy enough decision. You'll marry into the Grandies as we agreed before you took the throne, right? Right? Huh. Alright, let's go. Taxing, I think we do just the normal tax here and not think about it, yeah. Yeah, or it was very pretty. The bounty hunters, eligible options, and an invitation! An invitation again! Oh my god! Kitty Cathy the Second. Your Majesty, it's an honor to invite you to the Lord's Hunt next year. The hunt will be taking place in the late spring, so keep your schedule clear. Okay, I look forward to it. Of course, why wouldn't you? Easy peasy. White Heart? We'll see about that. So here we have the bounty hunter. Your Majesty, these good folk are bounty hunters representing the Republic of Kurth. I think after this event I'm gonna take a 2-minute break to refill my water bottle and use the restroom before we see the candidates. Queen Xacintha, we greet you humbly. How may I help you? We are searching for a fugitive. Last we heard, she went by the name Orid. What kind of fugitive is she? The ships under her command are property of the Republic of Kurth, as is their cargo. I don't know who you're talking about, sorry. I think she has integrity in that regard. That is a shame. There is no doubt that she is hiding somewhere in your kingdom, Your Majesty. Will you help us track her down? We gave our word. We gave our word here. I don't think we allow them, right? I love you, modest people. Don't think I've ever seen this? Yeah, I don't know. It's still our word though. Trash, welcome back there for joining. How you doing? I think I'm going to go B, but I'm not going to veto it. But I think it's very shameful to do A. Yeah, I'm gonna let you vote, but yeah. Glad to hear you're doing good, Trash. Yeah, exactly. I think we don't get involved here. I think it's pretty clear at this point. 6 Baspier. Alright. Don't get involved. You politely decline and the bounty hunters leave with their heads bowed. Hopefully that's the last you hear of this Kurth kerfuffle. Alright. And eligible options. 3 potential matches for you. Yes, I know. Let's take a look at portraits on easels, covered in a cloth. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. And that is exactly where we're going to be taking a break here. I need to use the restroom. So I need more water, I need to use the restroom. I'll do a 3-minute break. I'll run a couple minutes of ads so we get rid of pre-rolls for the people joining us later. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna see you in 3 minutes. You go grab a snack or a drink or a toilet, depending on what you may need. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so welcome back everybody and thank you so much for sticking around. It is time to whisk away the cloth from the first portrait here. Boop. From the coast we have Camilla, the wealthy heiress to Lord Patrician Karasin's estate. I mean, just look at her, she's gorgeous, and apparently she's got a silver tongue too. Her interests are typical of the coast, money, 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 and making more of it, and she's scarily good at it. I like the sound of her. So a new family from the coast. From the south we have Bellona, the eldest daughter of the Lemon Square lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? That's an important name, Bellona, probably named after the queen. Like many in the south, she claims to put her faith in the night god above all worldly concerns, and she's got grand plans by all accounts. She wants to change the world. Not bad at all. And finally we have the Marches offering Ulrika, scion of the prestigious Komori Kitsune bloodline. A typical baroness, really loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. Like most of the barons, their great passion is hunting, no beast is safe from her crossbow. She's got a reputation for not giving a damn what anyone thinks of her. Well, the Komori Kitsune family is really freaking prestigious. That's very interesting. Sounds like a laugh. So we have Camilla of the Karasin lineage, Bellona of the Lemon Square lineage. Yeah. Yeah, Komori is definitely, the Kitsune one is definitely the most prestigious one. I think I might go with that one, you know? I think it might make sense. And it's also kind of a promise, right? Like, marrying into a baron is also kind of a promise to get the lands back. Maybe not this reign, but in this same lineage, you know? I think I have made my decision. I think it is Ulrika of the March. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements. Yeah, it is. House Kitsune and House Blueberry are joined in marriage. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Look who it is. Look who it is. Athena. Blood, ashes, damnation, sea and storm take us all. And sparse corruption, of course. Ah, isn't this great? Wallowing in sparse corruption here. Yes, of course you are the schemer for corruption. This is so good. Whatever is the matter? I offered cash to a palace official and he acted like I was trying to give him head lies. It doesn't surprise me, the queen's authority is quite respected. You're lucky he didn't turn you over to the wash. So there's no room for some good old-fashioned bribery? What is the world coming to? The patricians seem to still over authority to 4 or less. Yeah, it wouldn't be exactly. So here, oh, this is an interesting one. I think the queen doesn't want to leverage greed. I think this is much more reflective of the kind of rule that the queen is going to have. Yeah, schemer you are. Yeah, I think it's gamble. Isn't gambling a sin? It's metaphorical gambling. Yeah, exactly. Faith in the gamble. Chasing a fugitive. Let's do the royal wedding first. Your wedding to Ulrika is naturally the talk of the kingdom. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one taking part, soon enough you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Ulrika at your side. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife? Of course I do. Then I pronounce you queen and wife. After the wedding, of course, there is a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new wife Ulrika dances so vigorously that she spills wine all over herself. By the time you find yourself alone with Ulrika, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I'm so drunk, and yet somehow not drunk enough. Time for more wine. Yeah, servants, bring us wine. Ah, that's the spirit. So, what did you think of the wedding? It was damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? Had a whale of a time. Alright. What would you like to do in your spare time? Nothing beats the romance of the hunt, roaming the great outdoors, searching for my prey. Okay, now let's, you go to your own bed. Once you're not drunk anymore, let's talk about going to bed together. Of course, whatever you're comfortable with. We'll have plenty of time to get to know each other better, huh? Thank you, Ulrika, I appreciate that. Thank you. I know I would be nervous standing in the cathedral. Yep. 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 The entrance is close to the holdfast. Seat river hold, destroyed during the Field Crusade. Holy shit. Holy shit, Roni. Because it's behind here, right? River hold. Isn't it here? No. Yeah, around here, right? That's true, Morgan. So let's do the Lord's Hunt. And take our wife with us. After several days riding along muddy roads, you have arrived in the march for the Lord's Hunt. What weapon did you bring for the occasion? It's holy shit, Tironi, an Italian dish? Not, yes, but not the kind you would eat. Huh. I think it might be a crossbow. And what animals did you bring to help you catch your prey? In this case would be... yeah, it would be hounds. It would be hounds. Ah, Your Majesty, please, you could make it. What about MrKaji? That's an Italian dish, right? Oh, yeah. The kind you would eat. Kitty Cathy, hello and welcome. Hi. Thank you for inviting me. I see you brought a crossbow. Don't like getting up close and personal, huh? And a pack of hounds. Excellent. Excellent. These woods are chipping with game, Your Majesty. As the Queen, it's up to you what we hunt. I think we're gonna go... we're gonna go for the white heart. We're gonna go for the fucking white heart. Please do not eat our host. Unless he asks you to. Sorry. I'm gonna stop, sorry. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The white heart is said to live in these woods, but it's rare and elusive beast. They say it's nearly impossible to catch. Oh, I'm sure. There's no shame in ambition, Your Majesty. Kitty Cathy II lifts a horn to help her lips and blows, producing a sound that scares the birds from the surrounding trees. Let the Lord's Hunt commence! Imagine if it was Zayla here. Onward! You spur your horse and through the undergrowth, your finger resting on the trigger of your crossbow. A pack of baying hounds stream ahead of you. You ride on and on through the wilderness, searching for a flash of white between the trees, but none is forthcoming. That day you go home disappointed. Do not be dispirited, Your Majesty. We will try again tomorrow. The next day you are unlucky again. On the third day, you rise early and sally out into the woods. This is your last chance to catch the elusive beast. Tomorrow, you must return to the capital. We have a 15% chance. 15. We're gonna find it. Fuck. The sun gets slow in the sky. Once again, the legendary Whiteheart has not made an appearance. Never mind, your majesty. It has been many decades since a Whiteheart was caught in these woods. At least no one can fault your ambition. The next day you begin the long ride back to the capital. The Lord's hunt was a wash. But the barons don't resent you for it. That's the fickle nature of any hunt, they tell you. I cannot fault ambition. It would have been so good. Doubt is now sowed. Yeah, but we had to try, right? I mean, the way that she explains it is, you know, the 9th is hiding the signs. Evidently, this is not a good year. This is not the good moment. Oh, the Whiteheart is very real. Just pray harder. Your Majesty, I heard you spoke to a group of foreign bounty hunters recently. They turned up here looking for a fugitive of some kind. Yes, well, they found her. What? How does this concern me? They caused quite a ruckus, burned down a whole tavern, something to do with this so-called gunpowder. Now the bounty hunters and the refugee ship captain are sitting in my dungeons. I was hoping you might take them off my hands. Oh, shit. Wow. I mean, release them all, right? We promised that we wouldn't let them follow her, at least. Yeah, exactly, Morgrim. Exactly. I think we go with C. Yeah. I think we go with C. Being like, I'm going to be a guarantor for Orid's freedom. You know, I'm gonna guarantee that you both go different ways on my authority. I'm gonna force you to do that. Put them in the dungeon. Wow. Creo main C? What do you mean? Alright. This was closer than I thought, to be quite honest. A and C barons, if you are around, I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Oh, I don't know how that happened, Dragon Pit. Release them all and make them go their separate ways. The bounty hunters are forced to pay a small fine, but vow to continue their mission. Their quarry, Captain Orid, vanishes before they can so much as buckle their boots. Begrudgingly, Simple Coffee says they are free to chase after her, so long as they refrain from burning down any more local businesses. This is turning into a Zenigata Lupin situation here. Just get them all out of the kingdom. Yeah, that's the idea. Hey, Ryana! Just wanted to quickly say hi. Sadly, I cannot join tonight as I've had to cover a last-minute work shift. Hope you're having a great stream. Thank you so much, Ryana! Having to cover last-minute work shifts fucking sucks. So, you know, kudos to you for being available to do that. But please, don't neglect yourself if you can say no. Just, you know, for the future. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope everything goes smooth with work. Take care. We're having a good stream. I'm having the best moment of my day today, so definitely happy. Glad to see you. Deep in the forest of the march, Baroness King Israel has gone boar hunting with a few of her close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. I don't know why this has an accent. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. And Bomb Viewer. Cats aren't best for getting rid of mice. You're better off with a terrier. I think you missed the point of my analogy. Never mind. Next step is to replace the palace watch with our own agents. Should be easy enough. If the queen can't pay them, the watch will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must still wear the treasury to 1500 or less in 2 seasons. Lollygat Sunshine, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you with us tonight. Barons, yeah, not looking too great. Alright. Pizza does make, yeah, pizza and streaming with you all lovely folks does make me happy, you know? Kurth's gratitude? I hope that's ironic. Let's see that. Your Majesty, good to see you again. We wish to thank you for your clemency when your vassal, Baron Simple Coffee, apprehended us. We tracked down Orid soon after. As a token of Kurth goodwill, we'd like to share a portion of the reward. Wow. Wow. Love loses. I wonder if she can escape from here. Ooh. It might be unlinked, Bond. No, you are linked. Premium. I think we don't say no to the money here. Don't take the coin if you despise it? I mean, it's not that we despise it, we know that it's a useful political tool. But taking the money kind of feels like nah. I don't think it feels like going back on our word, on our own word, right? Like we just said we wouldn't unleash them on her, but they found her anyway. Yeah, I think we take the coin here. Very discreetly. You respectfully accept the gold, as well as the thanks of the Republic of Kurth. The bounty hunters bid you farewell, wishing you long life and good health. And with these, our problem with Kurth is solved. Oh, she's super pragmatic, yeah. She's absolutely pragmatic. Bomb Viewer, let me show you. There you are. They're gonna take it all back in these advantageous trade deals because Glory about to Kurth. It's an investment. So let's do a terrible curse first. Oh, look at this. Griselda, huh? Granny Marley rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By the 9th, you look like you haven't slept for weeks, Morgreen. That's not nice to say. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair is falling out in chunks. Mystery Dragon. No, please. Bounty hunters wish you long and healthy life. Immediately, terrible curse. Yeah, it's gonna be like that for the rest of the stream. Oh my god, actually bold. Perhaps you're ill or old. It was one of my knaves. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Just like that, okay. I mean, we test the witch. Easy choice here. We test the freaking witch. Pretty easy. She means it out of concern. Oh my god, what happened to you? You look like shit. Oh my god, what's wrong? Is that what's happening there? Alright, looks like it's gonna be A. Yeah, 13 to 6, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. You arrange for a priestess of the ninth god to question the accused. The church does not look kindly upon witches, particularly if they're cursing the noble for no reason. After several days of questioning and burning of incense, the priestess makes her announcement. The accused is innocent. Things settle down and Marleytown eventually admits that some new pomade may be to blame for her air troubles. It's great. No worry, Marley. No worry. No worry. Yeah, pretty much that. And yeah, this is the last one for this event. Ulrika. Xacintha, dearest, I have something for you. It's something I brought back from my latest hunt, a trophy. Ulrika takes you by the hand and leads you into the Great Hall, where a white sheet hangs from the statue that wasn't there before. When she pulls the sheet free and it falls to the floor, the taxidermied figure of a great brown bear is revealed, snarling in anger as if ready to attack. I mean, this is great. Respect, not fear. Respect. Last bear statue probably became a little bit battered, you know, and torn. Yeah, let's get a new one. The bear makes a fine addition to the council chambers. Your nobles give it nervous glances every time they enter the room. That's perfect. That's what we wanted. Let's see what the Grandies are up to here. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the southern Grandies are poring over secret letters and scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by cutler's string. Skeletal recognition. The queen didn't marry Bellona, but at least she married someone. Now she just needs to get on with finding an heir. And Mark. Indeed, the clock is ticking, the kingdom is stable, and the barons have been suspiciously helpful in that regard. I'm convinced they're trying to make us focus on the patricians while they plot behind our backs. Then we've got to keep our efforts. Queen Xacintha isn't going anywhere on our watch. You just gotta help me. Auction time. You know what to do with this one. I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. Boop. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising trade for the barons by raising trade for the barons with a grand bazaar by funding A, lowering military for the barons with a stadium by funding B, lowering farming for the Grandies with a deer park by funding C, lowering stability with the prison by funding D, raising farming for the patricians with an aqueduct by voting E, and lowering authority with theater by voting F. 20 seconds left now. Wow. Timing, y'all. Timing. Use your money, spend your money. Patricians are currently funding both their buildings. 10 seconds left now. I'll let you know there's 5 seconds left now. Alright. Fund. Wow, F was not funded in the end. So what was funded? Oh, a stadium. So we got a new aqueduct by Morgrim. Wait, what Morgrim? Is this the first aqueduct you managed to actually build for the first time after trying time after time after time? Is that it? Because that would be insane. And then we have skeletal recognition with almost all of the money building a stadium in the March. It is. I remembered. You kept trying to build aqueducts. It's the first aqueduct in the Bloody Dynasty. You've been trying for 8 episodes. Good job. Fucking congrats. I'm so happy you got it in the end. Oh god. Oh my god, we have an invitation for this one too. We have the summer games. I'm amused you remembered. I'm attentive. I pay attention. It may not seem like it, but I pay attention. And I try to remember as many things as possible in the Dynasty games, y'all. Yeah, we get the summer games. Oh fucking yes. Let's see the air and then let's go to the summer games. Your marriage to Ulrich has grown strong and steady like an old castle wall. It's high time you thought about an heir. Well, I think we're gonna have a child together. Why the fuck not? Yeah, why the fuck not? Let's mingle. Let's mix up the lineages. I'm not saying I'm surprised, I'm saying I'm amused. Awesome. Why they not fuck, right? Yeah. Yeah. Except when you accidentally executed Hesperus that one time in a one-off game. That never happened. You must misremember. No, I'm sure that never happened. Your Majesty, you absolutely must come down to the coast next year and experience the summer games for yourself. Look at this. Look at this. Hi, Amy. Hi, Tori. Hello. This is so good. It's the only social event that matters. If you aren't in attendance, well, it would simply be a crime. How could I say no? I mean, tell me more about the summer games. Everyone gets drunk and goes to the arena to watch the gladiators battle it out for the title of Golden Champion. Rivers of blood and leaks of wine. Leave your inhibitions in the capital, Your Majesty. How could I say no? Oh, this is simply wonderful. It has been so long since the Queen attended the games. Last time, as I recall, they were assassinated. Not to worry, Your Majesty. I'm sure it won't happen to you. Great. And then contested wreck. Between steel and opportunity, Your Serene Highness. A Kurth ship sunk last week just off our coast. I request permission to salvage this wreckage. Kurth vessels are always full of valuable things. And Lemon Square, Roberto. Wait. It might be off your coast, but it's in our waters, by all that is holy. In fact, it's closer to our city of Sarenza than any of yours. But you ceded those waters years ago in exchange for a chest of silver. You were having money problems. Your Serene Highness, the Steam Council, don't let this liar fool you. Shit. Oh, this is an accidental Kurth problem. Return any bounty to Kurth. I don't think we like. I actually don't think we like them. I think we got some goodwill with them by giving them back, but by allowing them to get Orit back. So I think that we can actually, like, my instinct here would not be to help them again, but it would be to, okay, I helped you already. Now I'm gonna take something back. So I think that the one thing I'm gonna veto is probably this, but return any bounty to Kurth. I think that's the one thing I don't want to do. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I gotta let you choose. Boom. Let me do something real quick here while you vote. Fan was a little bit too strong. Oh, this is close. 6-8. Six to 11. Okay, never mind. I gotta be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 7 to 12. Woo, let's go. Leave the wreck alone. And it's a success. Leave it alone, but what of the bounty, the riches? Though everyone protests the decision, word arrives in Xacintha that a rogue salvage team is eaten by sharks and dashed across the reefs whilst trying to retrieve the ship's cargo. See? I did you a favor. It's great, you voted well. Top. Somewhere in the march, Baroness King Israel sits at a banquet gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. She and her fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The Palace Watch won't accept our bribes. The treasury is practically overflowing. They don't need our money. And I suppose they ran straight to the spymaster to blab about it too. Damn our luck. Is this the end? The best investments are never profitable to begin with. We will bide our time and strike again when the Queen least expects it. The Barons aim to lower treasury. Yeah, too many shards. And we're just gonna do a normal tax here. Like human beings do. Alright, let's see the ends. This is so nice. Except the first one. So let's take a look at the rewards of prosperity first. Lemon Square. Your Highness, merchants are visiting the south from as far as Valamir and Naotesh. Our quarterly figures are stunning. What? Money, lots and lots of money. Your Highness, this southern economist has an audacious idea for all this wealth. Here we go. Oh no. Oh no, I'm not ready for this. Call it an experiment. We give the peasants gold whether or not they're working. This will ensure a base level of comfort and security for all. By the 9th, what are you saying? That we should hand out cash for nothing? With respect, how is that different from grandees receiving fees from their serfs? It's completely different, Your Majesty, Your Highness. This lunacy cannot possibly be considered. Well, let me see what y'all are saying in chat here. Oh, I didn't say her name? I didn't say her name? Oh my god, you're right. Thank you. Well, Ducatia is another name. Treasurer Ducatia appeared on screen. You're a good harpy. Yeah, no, you did great, Vaspir. Yeah, thank you for doing it. I knew this would happen, that's why I told you that. Alright, let's see what we do with this lunacy. Grandees are pretty rich. What would Xacintha do in this situation? That might be it, Morgan. So let me think, what would Queen Xacintha do in this situation? Host a financial assembly in the capital to celebrate the grandest success? Maybe. Demand a one-time extra tax from the grandees they can afford it? Not really. Encourage merchants to visit other regions across the kingdom too? Yeah, why not? Implement this new economic strategy in the south. Potentially, why not? I think I'm going to veto the one-time extra tax, because we really don't need to do that. And then I'm gonna let you choose the other option. One of the other options. We can afford a one-time tax if need to be. I don't think it's needed, don't worry. Alrighty. This is close. 7-7. 8-8. Really? Is it that split? Oh my god, my neck. I think I might have to turn down my fan. Oh my god, my neck. Oh my god. Oh my god, my neck. 10-10. This is still tied? There is no fucking way. If y'all haven't voted, please do it now. It's currently a tie. 10-10. I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3. It's 11-10 now. 2, 1, and 0. Alright. It's A. Implement this new economic strategy in the South. By 1 vote. And the Grandies are furious. Not only that, but other nobles watch anxiously, worried about this outrageous new strategy spreading elsewhere. Their fears are unfounded. Freed from at least some of the back-breaking worry of how to pay for the next meal, peasants praise the crown and the council. Farm owners treat their workers better for fear of them leaving to work elsewhere. The sick and infirm no longer have to work themselves to death for coin. The South flourishes, though the Grandies give you no credit. Okay. Look at the freaking South. Yeah, this was not in a... I didn't really appreciate that kind of ending, but yeah. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, it did. Uninvited guest, let's see who this is. Council has ended early for the day and you're off to visit your wife Ulrika for a catch-up. Oh no. Oh no. But as you put your hand on the door handle to your chambers, you hear giggling coming from inside. Xacintha! The Queen, I mean, your August Majesty. And here we do this. How could you? We're married. That's when you recognize the second person in the room, Aurelia, a lady patrician of the coast. She's renowned for being a heartbreaker, and you've crossed paths many times around the palace. I can see you two have a few things to talk about. She slips out of the room, leaving you and Ulrika to stare each other down. You know, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Bah! I wasn't expecting to get caught so quickly. Doesn't matter though. You're not angry, are you? This is what nobles do. It's part of the job. Everyone needs a bit of action on the side, no? Yeah, and it's Aurelia again, exactly. God. The same Aurelia. It might be. Yeah, absolutely not. You need to stop. Sorry, but I can't do that. I'm having a great time with Aurelia. I'm not about to give that up now. It's something else. She's a damn good shot with a bow. That's how I met her. When I went on that hunt while we visited the coast a few months ago. Oof. I think you said you were not mad, just disappointed last time. Oh, last time too? Hey, yeah, and we were in a healthy relationship, so god damn it. Yeah, you won't get away with this. Ha! Save me the threats, your majesty. Even you wouldn't string up your wife for a bit of harmless hanky-panky. Anyways, I'll get out of your way. See you at dinner? She strides out of the room, still naked from the waist up. I'll get... Oh god. Vengeance? Oh my god. Oh, it might be, can it? Oh my god. No, why do you have to tell me these things? Kinda says, oh my, did the bear she gifted you come from that hunt? Was it Aurelia who killed it? Oh no. I think I'll, I'll get my vengeance on the patrician Aurelia, probably. The wheels in your mind turn as you imagine all the devilish suffering you'll inflict upon that infernal Lady Patrician. But you're shaken from your thoughts as the servant in the corridor gasps loudly as Ulrika walks past him. God only knows where Ulrika learned to be so careless. An honorable challenge. That's all we have left here. Sweet, your highness. This braggish old muckspout has besmirched my honor. She spread rumors that my sword is a fake. Who did that? Who fucking did that? What's so special about your sword? Why, it was once wielded by Saint Bertrand, of course, back in the 4th century. Okay. Which braggish old muckspout are you talking about? The honorless dog, Morgrim II of the Patricians. I would duel her to regain my honor, as any grandee should, but Lady Patrician Morgrim II will not accept without your express permission. Is that so now? This is interesting. Is that so? Okay, so I guess this isn't Elena. Yeah, Morgan II, the absolute skeptic. Wait, this is Elena's dad, and this is how Elena became heir? Oh. Oh, okay. Now hold on a minute. This is a matter of respect. We can't be dueling in Queen Xacintha's throne room without due process. You're a coward, Morgan II, and you may as well admit it now. Well, your sword is clearly a fake. I've seen older swords in the quenching vat. Oh my god. I mean, you may duel, of course. It might be fun to watch. Of course I'm gonna allow it. Of course. But before we continue this, I'm gonna take another super short break. I'm very tired tonight and I'm drinking a lot of water because it's really hot here, so I apologize for the frequent interruptions, but I'm trying to keep them as short as possible. I don't need to use the restroom, so this is gonna be much quicker. I'm just gonna go get more water. I'm gonna leave you on this cliffhanger here. I'm gonna be back in like 90 seconds. Alright, so the honest Swede grins wickedly, drawing his sword. Morgrimund II turns her nose up slightly, then draws a jeweled rapier and points it squarely at the honest Swede. The duelists circle each other before Grandy the honest Swede steps in for the first move. Please, someone, after this is done, write down a quick summary of this, you know, among the other competition summaries. This counts. This counts. And also, yeah, if you remember any jousts or duels that happened during the dynasty, please do like write those too. Alright? These count. Morgrimund II jumps backwards, batting the sword away. The second strike comes straight after her, but this time it's a feint. As Morgrimund moves to defend, the honest Swede twists and redirects his attack. Oh. Oh. I think we all know what fighting style you use there. The sword cuts cleanly through Morgrimund's clothing, who howls in pain. With that, Grandy the honest Swede steps back and bows deeply. First blood. I win. Bravo, nicely fought. The court returns to their business. The honest Swede and the Grandys view your sanction of the duel as respecting their customs, and are clearly grateful. Good job, Dantes. Good job. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Kane. That's immensely helpful. Plays the video of the fencer hopping around. Yes. We caught up on the jousts, duels, and arena battles aside from this one. That's so fucking awesome. Thank you. Yeah, great job. Great job. That was a quick one. That was like round 2, first blood. Yeah. It is not this day. Yeah, definitely not. I don't think we want these. Let's go. Wandering Bod, the deceased. Let's go bottom to top. Ducatia. Hello. Ducatia, Treasury Ducatia. The elderly Grandy Dorinda, because he many times removed a Grandy Vaspier, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Better than most of us get. Indeed, your majesty, she stayed at home in the south most of the time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrabbling for her estate. Grandy Dorinda was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. And T. Alice. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. She swore she intended to leave it to our family. By the ninth, that's a pitiful claim. Well... Well... No, not to the peasants. Definitely not the peasants. I think it's going to be either... I think it's probably going to be Vaspier, right? I think it's going to be Grandy Vaspier. But I'm going to leave it to you. See for the socialist monarchy meme. Now, I think it's going to be Grandy Vaspier, right? Like, it was her relative, so it only makes sense to do that. So last night we had like this immense rainstorm, thunderstorm here that lasted for like a couple hours. There was so much rain. And today I woke up at a wonderful temperature of 22 degrees outside. 22. Usually I wake up to like 28, 29 these days. And it quickly gets up to 32, 34. So I woke up to 22 this morning. It was beautiful. And now we're already back to full heat. That's enough Republicanism, yeah. Yeah, give this aid to Grandy Vaspier. Parentialis shakes his head, muttering with his friends about favoritism in the council. Grandy Vaspier and the other Grandys are delighted. They even send you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation. Of course, Vesper. For you, these, and so much more else. Chilies! 3, 2, 1, fight! Two nobles, dangling bright red chili peppers over their tongues, chew ferociously at their respective vegetables. Heathen Fox and Steel. I can't take it anymore! As Baron Haven Fox spits out his chili, the council hall erupts into cheers. Someone please explain what's going on. They're Grandy Dragonpit's famous red-hot Hazavian chilies. Where have you been all year, my liege? Doing the queening? The chili craze is spreading all across the kingdom, Your Majesty. Nobles and commoners are competing to create the hottest chili on Celestia. So far, Grandy Dragonpit holds the crown. Very well, carry on. Guys, perhaps you'd like to sponsor my growing contest. I'm looking for the hottest chili in the land. The winner will receive a hefty cash prize. Or you could sponsor us patricians. With the treasury's support, we'd be sure to win. No! The queen should sponsor us so we have the better chance and everyone knows it. Okay? Chili growing contest. Sponsor competition. Sponsor the region. One of the regions. Out of the contest and just see where it goes. I think it might be A or B here, right? You've never seen these? Really? I think it's gotta be A or B, yeah. You know what? This sounds like a great opportunity to use Call for Unity. And I think it's gotta be either A or B. Yeah, let's do that. Sounds like a very smart thing to me. Again, a contest about building up the kingdom is a lot better than a contest about killing other people. Good point. Good point. I gotta agree with that. And it's 13-3. I think it's pretty decided. Let's go. Sponsor the competition and double the prize money. Simply sublime. With your backing, the competition is sure to be a success. And indeed, it is. In the end, it's sparse corruption of the patricians who produces the hottest pepper. A massive, bulging red thing that could crush a finger if mishandled. Bravo! What a diabolical spice. Truly malicious. With your added incentive, new life is injected into ailing farms throughout the kingdom. What? Peppers are the future of hot KOTC. The patrician's new crab and chili homelet takes the coast by storm, while the Baron's fabled oxbrain pie is given a spicy twist. Wait a goddamn second, there's something going on here. Orc's Call! Welcome everybody, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello, hello. It is me, MrKaji. In case you don't know me, this is what I do. I basically only stream King of the Castle and King of the Castle related stuff. Tonight, you are joining us in episode 8 of the Bladesong Dynasty, which is a recurring role-playing dynasty. We play these for like 3-4 months at a time, and we do a lot of role-playing and world building on Discord and in chat here. So you're joining just in time. How about you? How you doing? How was your stream? Welcome, welcome everybody. Ronixia, is that how I pronounce your name? Who else is here? Vile. Zenpankred. Orcskull. Hey gorgeous. Hi. How you doing? What a man. Culture Nerd. That's a good name. How you doing? Cheese? I love cheese. Hell yeah. What kind of cheese is it? Stream was great, fantastic. What were you playing, if I may ask? Ron, that's all good, awesome. And then we have Chaos with Honey Badger. Greetings to you, Honey Badger. Well, Asao Irati. Wait, is that a thing? That sounds like trolling me. Is that a real freaking thing? That sounds like a troll to me. It's an actual thing. I've never had it. I don't even know how to pronounce that thing. Sounds good to me. I mean, it looks good to me. Oh, Cyberpunk Red RPG. Oh, hell fucking yeah. Hell yeah. Sheep's cheese from the Basque. I used to be a pro cheesemonger. Wait, what? No fucking way. That's your actual background in life? Sirius! Hello, thank you for joining. How do you like the Cyberpunk RPG, by the way? I left the cheese world to stream, yes. That is insane to me. I need to see your credentials. Yeah, Orclore. That's so awesome. Love Red personally. What do you like about it? I remember seeing bits and pieces when it first came out. Never really dove into it again though, after it. It looks pretty cool from like the first. I remember having a good impression. I have them, let's go. I used to judge cheese awards, etc. That's so fucking surreal. Like, my background sounds so much boring in comparison. Been a translator for like 10 years, moved around Italy, changed homes every like 3 or 4 months for a few years. That's it. Much less interesting. Cheesemonger is the best type of monger. I mean, if you're into MTG, Spirit Monger is pretty good too. But yeah, then Cheesemonger is probably right below that. Simplified a few things from 2020, sometimes oversimplified. Ah, I see. Okay. Okay. I need to check it out again. Like, God, I would love to play RPGs again. I just have no time right now. But in a few months, maybe I can start getting some sessions on. No worries, Astral. Take care. Thank you so much for being here. I love I love you and everybody else. Thank you. But you've seen Italy, so there's that. Oh yeah, definitely. Wait, give me a second. All right. Yeah. I've seen many cities. I've seen many different cities in those few years. It was beautiful. KOTC, I got you. I'll find you a slot to come play with us. That sounds fucking lovely. Hell yeah. If you trust me. Let's talk about that. It's gotta be hard to find a slot because of work and everything, but why the hell not? Yeah, let's discuss it. Hit me up. Spirit Monger was pretty good, yeah. One major thing is the amount of interest the video game generated for the genre. Yeah, that's true. I trust you. Thank you. Alright, yeah, let's talk about this. Make no promises. I make no promises right now, because it's a very busy moment of my life, but if we can make it work, why the hell not? I'd love to. Alright. Awesome. Though I know it might be boring for you, so you have gotten the opportunity to see the site, right? I mean, it's not... How can Italy be boring? That's not a thing. Trust me. Trust me. Like, it's beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. It's freaking beautiful. No. So I did see the sights. Absolutely. Give me a shout and we'll make it happen. Feel free to hit me, hit me up, and then we'll see if we can make it work even you know, in a short time. Like reach me through a Discord or whatever. Sorry, I'm a little tired. So I'm becoming rambly. But yeah, no, Italy is beautiful, and it was beautiful. I lived in a few major cities during that time, and you know, I would go back and do it again immediately if I had the opportunity. Yeah, like if I had the choice to go back and change things, I would not change a damn thing. All right, Oracle, thank you so much again for bringing your folks here. I really appreciate it, and who knows, maybe something will come of this. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? No, my pleasure having you and your little orc folks, or whatever your community is called. I don't know. Love you. Thank you so much. Do take care of yourself in case you need to step out or do whatever. You know better than me. Alright. Looking forward to hearing from you. Now let's go back and see. Oh, we have a wandering bard to pay here. Let's pay this bard. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says this is too early. Your Majesty, a traveling bard. She says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just any bard, Your Highness. The best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. A song, you say? About me? Of course I want a song about me. Why, of course. In fact, I have the tune and verse all but ready. I have saved my best work for you, my queen. All I require is a subject. What should I tell the masses of you? What would you like to inspire? Well, it would probably be to love me, you know, because this makes no sense. To fear me, no, it's to love me. So let's waste some money. I will do so, Your Highness, absolutely. Give me but a few weeks and everyone within the Crownlands will know of your benevolence. Pray, I need but only a small payment of 500 gold for the time, a discounted rate for one as esteemed as yourself. Very well, take your money. The bard nods enthusiastically and heads out to do your bidding. The song is the desired effect, with everyone praising your good nature. See, and nothing changed. I just spent 500 gold for nothing, but that's what you do with when you RP. Hell yeah. Yeah, you blink, and 500 gold disappeared. Taking your revenge? Do we do the revenge before the summer games or after is the question. Huh? That's the question. Before and then we go relax to the summer games? Yeah, right? That was part of my thought, Lurks. Before then you go to the games to relax. Said it before, have an alibi. Yeah, let's do it before, you're right. Let's do revenge and then summer games to unwind. You wish to see me, Your Majesty? Something to do with this Lady Patrician Aurelia? Yes, but keep your voice down. I'm nothing if not discreet. Regardless, how may I help? Look at Ismay! Just hire an assassin already? Oh my god, I am a monster! I can potentially be a monster. Yeah, Ismay, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, the last option. I think Xacintha would scare her off. Probably. Yeah, two pragmatists discussing options, exactly. This would be a very calculated conversation here. I think it would be either scaring her off. The accident, like if the accident is death, that sounds like a little too much. You know? I think it would be scaring her off. Yeah, accidents happen, but she's a better person than this. She doesn't want to kill this person. That's the thing. She's a pragmatist, but not a freaking cold-blooded murderer. Not really, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like, she would have dueled that person if she could. Now the accident would be so funny. Queen of accidents. Is she though? I mean, she is. Oh my god, the idea of accident though, if she becomes saint, she can become the patron of accidents. Could be pragmatic to get rid of a problem swiftly. It could, but again, that's too cold-blooded for her. I think it's scare her off. I shall make sure she knows she's not welcome in the capital. You don't ask for the details of your spymaster's plan. You don't need to. Less than a week later, Lady Patricia and Aurelia is packing her bags to return to the coast, and Ulrika is none the wiser. It might be some time before the two of you can really reconnect, but at least you have the satisfaction of never seeing that dreadful Lady Patrician again. It is, Bon. It is. Like, this was a miracle for her. Like, the Thirsty Fellow's miracle was a miracle. Now let's go and wind at the Summer Games. The Summer Games have begun. Your royal yacht glides into Port of Thalassus. Anxious servants lay out the red carpet while shooing away seagulls. Oh there, Your Serene Highness. Beautiful day, isn't it? Come with me. Your carriage to the Grand Arena is waiting. Let's go. There must be thousands of people in the arena, peasants and patricians alike. But you have the best view in the house. As you step out and wave, the crowd chants your name. We have two different events that we could show you today, Your Serene Highness. And I accept some hints here, Morgrim. Only for Morgrim, though. Which would you prefer to witness, a gladiator fight or a monster battle? I'll learn more about the gladiator fights. Two of the most fearsome fighters from across Celestath will clash for the title of Golden Champion. No rules, no limits, cheating encouraged, blood and heartbreak guaranteed. On cool things that could fit what we're doing. Tell me more about the monster battle. We've sailed the furthest oceans and delved the deepest jungles to bring back exotic beasts for our gladiators to fight. One human fighter's mettle will be tested against a creature from your nightmares. I'm not against you gambling, yeah. Yeah, you know, if you have something in mind that's like, oh, this would be so perfect for Bladesong, feel free to give me mild hints right now. I positively shiver with anticipation, Your Esteemed Highness. It's cool if there was no reason given and not being provoked. No. She just doesn't want to actively murder people. The gladiator fight will have rules very different to what we use. The monster fight is similar to Bladesong rules. There's more lore in the gladiator fights if that's what you're after. You know, I think let's go with the monster fight, right? Yeah. Oh, you're right, Amy. Oh my god. The monster fight is more Thundercry. You are so right. I should go for the monster. That's your fucking specialty. You are so fucking right. Let's do this. Excellent choice, Your Serene Highness. Allow me first to call forth today's brave, or perhaps unfortunate, human champion. Lady Patrician Amy steps up to the podium, speaking into a bronze tube that projects her voice across the entire arena. Our gladiator today has undertaken the perilous journey from Valimir to be here, so let's give him a warm welcome. These kind of feel like the introductions you do on Discord. An ex-soldier who's been to interesting places, met interesting people, and killed them. He's come here today because the grand prize is a damn sight better than a veteran's pension. Give it up for Captain Anger! Alright. I fucking love this. Met interesting people and kill them. Oh god. A mangy. Out into the circle of sand, somersaults a small man. Despite his size, he moves with lithe confidence. Although otherwise foregoing armor, he wears an iron helmet with an enormous scarlet plume. Okay, that's a cool detail. He has a three-pronged trident in one hand and a weighted net dangling in the other. Oh, and it's Yadian. He's remarkably handsome and appears to know it, posing for the crowd. This is a good gladiator. Good one. Anger. Lady Patrician Amy turns her attention back to you. Right now, in cages beneath the arena floor, we have 3 different monsters that we could throw against our friend Captain Anger. A scorpion cat, an ice giant, or a Skog. But which should we choose? Why don't we let the Queen decide, since she's come to visit us all the way from the capital? The crowd hoots and hollers at this idea. Someone stands up and starts singing the national anthem, off-key. Part of me still wishes I was announcing these. I'm gonna wait for Morgrim to say something here. Skogs are hard to kill, but sort of still fight. Yeah, Skog is the spoon people, right? I want to see an actual fight. Yeah, Horlings, exactly. I want to see an actual fight. Like, the Queen would probably know, right? It's like Scorpion Cats feel a bit underwhelming, maybe? So it might be Ice Giant, but this Cog was stealing mobs at the arena and was flung in the ring out of frustration. Yeah, the spoon people. But no, like, Scorpion Cats, are they like actual cats? Like small? That's the actual lore. Oh my god, I love it. Because if Scorpion Cats are small, are Leopard to lion sized? Well then, in that case, that sounds pretty badass. I don't think I've ever seen a Scorpion Cat in action. Let's do that. Yeah. Ladies and gentle people, our monster today has a sting in its tail. That's right, from the deepest deserts of Artesh. It's a Scorpion Cat. Don't let it sting you, Because the antidote's expensive and we ran out of... Yes, it ran out yesterday. The scorpion cat prowls out into the arena, sleek and sinewy and black as tar. It's lion-sized, but with a tail that ends in a wicked barb. Captain Angar readies his trident. Also, this sounds like a fairer fight, right? The net would have been entirely useless against the giant. As Captain Anger drums up the crowd's support, Lady Patricia Northwind turns to you with a gleam in her eye. Oh, I'll let you bet on this. I'll let you bet on this. Also, I should start calling you Patrician Thundercry. GigaCorp member, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining. Yeah, gamble your points. I'm gonna give you like 30 more seconds. What's that? Thanks so much for the follow, GigaCorp. Hope you're doing well. Keep going for the bets so people have the odds. Okay, let's continue. Oh, you're right. Half the fun of the summer games is gambling. Why don't you go place a bet before the fight begins? What are the odds? The clear favorite is the Scorpion Cat. Bet on it, and you'll only get your money back plus 20%. Captain Anger is the underdog. A successful bet on him means you'll double your cash. Jesus. Huh. Can you give me any insider tips? Of course, for a small prize, 100 gold. Never mind them. Let's place a bet. The bookies look distinctly nervous that the queen herself is placing a bet, but they're also salivating at the sight of your gold. It's just 500. And on who will you place your 500 gold bet? I mean, it's gonna be Captain Anger. In that case, just to make things interesting, I'll bet on the Scorpion Cat. Shall we begin? Yeah, exactly. You got an in-character bet, Amy. In that case, yeah, okay. Let the fight commence. Oh my god, no. 25%? The crowd roars and stamps until the entire Colosseum shudders. With a hiss, the Scorpion Cat coils back and leaps at Captain Anger. GigaCorp, you are a patrician. There you are. We're gonna cheer. Cheer for Captain Anger. Amangi. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. The Scorpion Cat's tail flicks faster than the naked eye can track, pumping him full of venom. That was quick. The crowd gasps and screams and cheers as the gladiator collapses. Foam bubbles from the warrior's mouth as he trashes and convulses. Skill issue. And the winner is the Scorpion Cat. Excellent. Give me a moment while I go collect my winnings. I'm going to ban the arena. No. What now? Oh, the Summer Games has many more diversions to offer, Your Serene Highness. All in good time. For now, shall we break for lunch? The next week of the Summer Games is packed with entertainment. Athletic competitions, chariot races, copious amounts of wine, and above all, blood in the sand. On your journey back to the palace, you reflect that your attendance at the games has certainly helped cement the patrician's support. Everybody, salute for Captain Anger. 1 day away from retirement. Very, very undeserved. Yeah, and Tori said they ran out of antidote yesterday. behind the scenes to get that particular dialogue. He mega failed his role. Yeah, that was noticeably one-sided. Alright, let's get a baby now. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my daughter. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Serene Highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your daughter. What is her name? Oh hey, Gigacorp. Glad to make your acquaintance here. Was already doing it. Yeah. Tripled your points. Jesus. Meanwhile, Tori thinks that maybe Xacintha is a decent sort. She's not too stuck up to cheer and shout and gamble at games, right? Told you, she's not a nun. Yeah, who would have thought, right, Tialis? Her name is Xacintha II. Excellent, Your Serene Highness. I'm sure little Xacintha II will grow up to be a sheep of the old block. Congrats on finding an heir, blah 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 blah. Auction time, everybody! Who doesn't like auctions? This is your time to mess around with the stats of the kingdom. We're gonna be starting in 3, 2, 1. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options here are raising trade for the barons with a grand bazaar by voting A, lowering faith for the barons with an observatory by voting B, lowering farming for the grandees with a deer park by voting C, lowering trade for the grandees with a thieves guild by voting D, lowering military for the patricians with a stadium by voting E, and lowering authority with a theater by voting F. We lower most things this time around. No! That's not what I meant. There were 20 seconds left, but I had copy-pasted the freaking cheese. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. That's pretty funny. Hey everybody, there's some cheese left. Cheese time left. Cheese seconds. Don't pin it, come on. Yeah, you have cheese time left. That's so stupid. What happened? Honestly, spending all his money together with other people to get a bazaar and the mart, that's much appreciated, and Lemon Square building a deer park. Okay, interesting choice here. It's cheese o'clock. All right, let's go. A grand bazaar and a deer park. So, beach to whale, blood money. Let's do the first ambition first. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a saint. You're well on your way to reaching that goal. The church have never loved a queen more. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down your noble scheme for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. Your majesty, if you help us spread the seal of the ninth god, the church will lend our full support. With the backing of the church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's an ancient lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any queen who recovers it will rule over the Golden Age. That is very tempting. That is very, very tempting. But Xacintha wants to be I think that what Xacintha wants above all is to be recognized as a saint, an actual saint, with the idea of being recognized as someone who's been put on the throne by Callimaco. You know, she wants continuity with the Callimacos. Did you listen to your friend Silverius or your new advisor Decasia? See, another pronunciation. I think it would be Silverius here. I think Xacintha has a very clear plan of action in mind that is cross-generational. I'll have to see who the heir is, but if they give me good vibes, they might follow through. Exactly, Katori. Get elevated by the church to the status of a living saint. She just wants to be seen and loved just like Callimaco III was loved. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll send word to my priests. But of course you need to be worthy. You need to perform miracles, and that's what we want to do. Witched whale. Let's take a look at this one. Your August Majesty, a great big whale washed up on the coast, right outside my villa. However, before I could order my servants to harvest its blubber, a finfolk crawled up onto the sand. It begged me for an audience with the queen. Finfolk, what's that? Your question is answered when a frog-faced green screen man waddles in, his flipper slapping against the marble. That's me. You'll never get rid of this voice. Your Majesty, his name was Mac. He was smart and gentle, and a great fan of the finfolk. We request for returns so you can handle Saul until the availability is honest. In what way was this whale a friend? He kept the clock away, banished the gloom with a beautiful song, and provided us with a bounteous meal. I regret asking. Oh. I regret asking. Please, return her to us so we can give her the proper burial. Just below, you can't be seriously considering this. Your esteemed highness, the beast is dead. Trash? I want to watch that movie. I want to watch that movie. That's all I'm gonna say. Can the finfolk be useful here? I mean, the one thing that I can think of is with Kurth being with good relationship with Kurth. If we can then acquire good relationship with the finfolk too, then basically we solved all our problems in the Ghost Sea, right? So that front is closed, which means that whenever we're ready, we can just go straight ahead and march south. Oh, yeah, you would have good point there, Mito. Well, by the pirates, we haven't seen the pirates in a while, so we can assume that they've been taken care of. I think the queen is going to veto this because that's the one that she really doesn't want. She would rather return the dead will to the finfolk and befriend them, but it's up to the council. This is going off my personal convictions as the nether balloon, but I say we return the body and give it to a funeral. That makes sense, right? Not wronging the power. Same reason. 1 to 10, this looks pretty one-sided. Patricians, if you're still here, I'm gonna give you a moment to vote again. To vote still. I know Finful killed it in the games. Damn. How do I pronounce that pronoun? Is it just them? Amy? Because I've seen it written 1,000 times, but 100 times, bro. But I've never read it out loud. Well, corpses can explode by... Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can. Alright, let's go. Like that? Awesome. Thank you. It's pronounced like Ducat, yeah? Of course. By the ninth, I can't believe this. The animal was already dead. Thank you, Your Majesty. Using a huge crane and a team of oxen, the rotting whale is lifted and placed upon wooden rollers. Without ceremony, it is plopped back into the ocean. From that point on, coastal fishermen report that their catches have never been better. The grateful finfolk literally herd fish towards their nets. If it is a step in reclaiming lost lands, it will have my full support. Awesome. It's a long-term plan, but it goes in that direction. Jesus, trash. We're so back. Xacintha has been pretty good. Oh no, Athena. Athena, no. Excuse me? Nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong in the coast. Really? Because you're looking at me like you've swallowed a wasp. There's definitely not an old witch who lives at the border of my lands. And I definitely haven't been having money troubles. And most importantly, she didn't offer me a fortune in exchange for just a drop of my blood. An offer which I absolutely didn't accept. I'm confused. Ever since I didn't accept the witch's bargain, I haven't found myself obeying her every command. I definitely still rule over my estate, not her. I'm waiting to see what Kana says. Jesus. Was that in the UK, Trash? Like all monarchs' opinions can vary. In some ways, Xacintha has been doing great. They are, however, much less flattering perspective. What do you mean? As usual, opinions may vary, but my character feels that the good that happened to the kingdom is because of the hard work of the council and certain economists, more so than the blessing of a holy queen. All I'm gonna say is miracles. Too much to write here, I'll write something about it later on Discord. Awesome. Furthermore, she didn't forbid me from telling you and any of this, and I'm not using negative statesmen to bypass her magic. Hang on, I'm starting to think you mean the opposite of what you say. No, your Serene Highness, that's not the case. Yeah, let's fetch the court physician. After a week confined to a cold iron box with nothing to eat but salt, the magic stops affecting Lady Patrician astral projectile so strongly. She's even able to talk about her ordeal directly. I always tolerated the bloody witch. She'd sell medicine to the peasants and help them find lost sheep. I never suspected she was capable of something like this. We need to call a vote, send a regiment to take back my stolen lands. Is this the same witch? The Economist? Yeah, a whole week is a long time. Take back the liberation as protects the land and burn the witch to the stake. Burn the witch. Burn the witch. Burn the witch. Burn the witch. I trust Elenia's opinion that she's not that bad. Oh, okay. Burn the witch. No compromise here. Are we willing to trust the coast to get this done right? I don't know. Do we really have any other options? I don't think so. Alright. 9-3. This is pretty decided, but I'm gonna count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fuck! It's a fail. When the coastal troops arrive on Lady Patrician astral projectiles estate, the land itself fights them. The soil swallows them whole. Trees snatch them up and tear them apart. By the time they fight their way through to the manor, the witch has already escaped, along with what remained of astral projectiles' gold. The peasants have no memory of their time under the witch's rule, but the churches have been burned with profane messages scrawled on their charred walls, and the fields have been sown with salt. And this is why we should have sent the Inquisitors. This is why we should have sent Inquisitors and not soldiers. Oh, we had to deal with the witch. Yeah, there was no other way around it. There was no other way around it. Fossil unearthed and sigils in stone? Alright, let's go. Oh, not me. You mean Athena. Yeah. Wait, is Baspir second highest? Yeah, Baspir is second highest. Damn, look at that. Good news, Your Majesty. The new library is wonderfully popular. We've already begun an expansion. Trash, you look goddamn cool. Though there is a small problem. While digging more foundations, builders found bones in the rock. From the size of the things, the beast they came from must be larger than the library itself. Well, they're just bones, aren't they? He lowers his voice. The builders are saying that it might be a... You know, a flying reptile. No one dares say the name these days. It's been 700 years since a dragon was seen in the kingdom, and back then it was catastrophic. Okay, let me see chat. Let me see what you're saying in chat first, though. Yeah, I agree. Like, even if you're iffy about the church, that which is very clearly bad news if they're playing a mind control curse strong enough that it takes the palace staff a week to break it. I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Look at corruptions. Yeah, corruptions is insane. My answer here? Just carry on building. We don't care. Just carry on building. It's just superstitions. Yeah, that's what I would say. It's just superstition. We don't care. I think so, Morgrim. Yeah. Clearly, it's a pterodactyl. All right, it's 4-5 now. 4-3-5. This is insanely close. 5-5. I'm going to be 5-6. I'm going to be counting down from 5. If you have not voted, be you a baron, a grandee, or a patrician, do it now. Counting down from 5, 4. It's 5-6 now. 3. 6-6. It's tied. 2. 1. Vote now to break the tie. And 0. Oh, okay. It's a tie. Some of you are coming in, voting for a little late, but I think I'm gonna go for that. Who cares about some old fossils? Yeah, let's do that. Actual literal trash bows looking relieved. Progress continues, though the workers report rumbles in the ground that cause sleepless nights. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? And modest people. Wait, we got two building events. Your Majesty, unfortunately there have been some strange things happening at the newly built Grand Bazaar. I'd rather keep it quiet for now. The other nobles can be so judgmental. I don't want people to think I don't have a grip on my Grand Bazaar. Well, only more. Odd symbols are being painted on the bricks of the Grand Bazaar. No one knows where they're coming from. But those who look at them too long grow restless and feverish, and must flee. Okay. Quiet for now. Cheers, my liege. What should we do, my liege? It's horrible for visitors. Set troops to guard the area, I would say. It might be that one, yeah. Let's set troops. What does Pickle? No fucking way. Sends a few soldiers to guard the Grand Bazaar. But they and their reports are sloppy. They're more interested in playing cards and drinking on duty than keeping vigilant. In the end, you're forced to relieve them of their duties after a minor scandal when they steal a barrel of valuable wine and drink the entire thing in one night. Thank you. I appreciate that, soldiers. God damn it. Well, let's see how this goes. Your Majesty, I've received messages from the priests beyond the capital. They've been working hard to promote your power in every sermon. What have they been saying? The crown is the divine right to rule, but my priests are pushing that message just a bit harder. More of a divine mandate. Okay. 60% chance? Fuck. Unfortunately, we've hit some difficulties. The nobles challenge your claims of holding a special place in the Nine's favor. The common folk are similarly unconvinced. Yeah, not enough miracles here. Not enough miracles. Probably the loss against the witch probably contributed, right? And you know, I've been waiting for Monarch Choice for a while now. I think this would have been the first law that I picked instead of Call for Unity. Like, even at the start of the game. That would have been my first choice for sure. Yeah, people have doubted, exactly, so... Swan Trouble? Let's do the building ones. A cursed builder. Your Majesty, I have a problem with one of my workers. He's on the team tasked with expanding the library, but he says the bones of the flying reptile have, well, cursed him. He's hit his hand 3 times in a day. Oh hey, Chief Architect. A bit of bruising builds character, just tell him to calm down. I have, but he's telling everyone else about it, and now they're all refusing to work. We need our expansion to the library, and we need it now. Was it Malte? Where's Woolsey? Oh, Woolsey's gone. Woolsey is gone, baby. Woolsey's gone. I don't remember when it was gone, to be quite honest. I don't remember. You know what? Display the bones proudly. Why fear a myth? Yeah. Why fear a freaking myth? The 9th will protect us. Was fired by Gloria the First. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, just went back to uni. We even saw Malte and Gloria the First reign, really? Oh. Yeah, Display the bones proudly. We're not scared. We are not scared of a myth. 9 to 3 to 2. This seems pretty decisive, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 9 to 4 to 4. Now I'd love to look ahead, Swede. The vast bones are placed for all to see beside the library. Superstitious rumblings spread through the kingdom. Should the queen and the barons really tempt fate like this? The people's fear also sparks fascination, and visitors flock to the march. Alright. Heart symbols. Let's go. Your Highness, do you recall the symbols that kept showing up on our Grand Bazaar and were causing people to run away? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Is it still happening? Yes, but now someone's carving them. And we've discovered a network of abandoned tunnels beneath the Grand Bazaar itself. The tunnel walls are carved with those very same symbols. I tried going inside and my legs wouldn't move. We'd do anything but run away. What should we do? It's dangerous. Hire adventurers, have the tunnels flooded, send a scholar to leave with Baron's modest people while she investigates. I would say we have an adventurer, right? Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Let's figure out what the hell is going on here. Let's try to figure that out. Do I still have water? God damn it, why am I drinking so much tonight? Alright. 9 to 3. Looks like we're going to be exploring adventurers, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we are adventurers. Modest Pickle hires a group of adventurers to delve into the tunnels. Ah, so we are to get into the tunnels and explode them. Yes. No, that could damage the Grand Bazaar above. Please, just be careful. Oh yes, it'll be fine. Nothing could go wrong. On the day of their descent, crowds of martial citizens gather to watch and cheer. The adventurers do not return for some time. Okay. And finally we have Swan Trouble that I don't remember. They're dead? No, they're not dead. You're enjoying a quiet game of croquet with Ulrika when Grandi Maito II marches across your lawn, arming the slain. Okay. God, look at what your foul beasts have done to me. My foul beasts? Verily, your holiness, don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. By the 9th Grandi Maito, spit it out. What's happened to you? I was having a lovely stroll in the new deer park when I was ambushed by the feathery white spawn of the 7th god himself. Broke my arm with one blow from its swing. Jesus. This goose is a monster. Yeah, that's a good point, Amy, but yeah, that would require some design work, right? Some additional design work. Alright, let's go. Oh, it's probably not really a blaming, it's more like a curse, you know? As queen, you own every swan in the kingdom. You're responsible for this injury. I demand justice. Technically, you do own all of the swans in the kingdom, your majesty. That's been a law for at least 100 years. But I'm not sure this means you're responsible for the actions of said swans. Of course it does, you buffoon. Cash heals all wounds. So you had an injury related to a swan that attacked you. Cash heals all wounds. Execute the swan. No. Not taking the blame. No. Just pretend you just cursed the swan itself. This does check out though, because it's public. It's not, yeah. Oh wait, we're having some we're having an ad here. I'm gonna take the opportunity to take the last break, get some water, and run super quickly to the restroom, and then we're gonna continue. Sorry to leave you hanging, but yeah, I'm gonna use the ad that is currently running for some people. See you in 1 or 2 minutes. Alright, so welcome back. Thank you so much for sticking around. This is gonna be the last section of segment of tonight's episode. So yeah, we have a swan related injury here. Wait, this is not the first time you've been attacked by a swan? Really? Hear me out, we give the swan to Nyx to train with the hawks. You know what? I'm kind of fine with the idea. You know, I'm kind of fine with the idea. Yeah, I think I'm gonna suggest removing the swans from the queen's ownership. Yeah. It's a background lore thing. Oh, okay, awesome. I missed that. If there's an opportunity here, if swans are free to hunt, then people aren't gonna starve. True, true. Look at you trying to get me to spend money. Wow, Maito, if you get that money, I want to see organizing something here, all right? I want to see you set up some sort of tournament, even a small one. All right, 7 to 5, y'all. If you have not voted, this is your last call to cast your vote. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Probably your retirement tourney. Yeah, right. Like even something like a bracket. Not a bracket, sorry, but like a group stage thing where you get like 4 people, 6 people, and have them each play against each other and then do points and, you know, see who comes up first. Something small. I wanted to see the implication with Squan execution. It's probably very sad. Yeah. What? Morgan? What the fuck? Alright, let's go. Question. This scarcely compensates for the trauma. I still get screaming flashbacks when I see a person with an unusually long neck. But I suppose it's better than nothing. Next time, Your Majesty, keep your swans under control. I'll try. Can a swan fit in the actual literal trash? No, but we can build a smaller one. Like a small hole. Can I co-fund a tournament with a different noble from a different region? From a different region. That's the key part. I mean, I could technically imagine a tournament where it's like the grandest tournament, you know, the grandest competition, and you have, I don't know, Tialis, you have like House Tsune, House Netherbloom, and House Thundercry, all hosting the event together, and you know. There's competitions of all 3 competitions. There's fights, yeah, of all 3. So probably there, yeah. I would say yeah. Yeah, be creative. Why the hell not? The important thing is that you take care of your original competition. Shark Tax and the Tunnel Dweller. So I'm going to do a Tunnel Dweller, and then I'm gonna roll the Ambition. So I'm very tired. But I want to close this event line here. Before opening this one, I'm going to roll the Ambition. Yeah. What ho, Your Majesty, we found something beneath that Marshal Grand Bazaar. Not loot, alas, but a man. Sickly and pale, he claimed not to have been seen sunlight for years. He's been sneaking out to draw those symbols under cover of darkness. He's saying that the symbols are protective wards to keep the building from harm. I'm not so sure. He seems harmless, but completely unhinged. Harmless? It's evil magic, that's what it is. This warlock can only be cleansed with fire. Why did it have to be relevant? Why did it fucking have to be relevant? I mean... It's a warlock. They're still owned by the crown? No fucking way. You know what? I'm just going to say he's not harmless. I think it's magical. So I still don't want him around. I think that burning him might be a little bit too intense. But I'm happy to go along with it if the council deems it necessary. No, you're not voting B. Nope, nope, trash. I'm sorry, you're not voting B for sure. What the fuck? I hadn't... The world is such a weird place, Morgrim. This is almost a perfect tie, everybody. This is 7-6. Patricians, where are you? Yeah, there you go, 7-7. Patrician voted. If you have not voted, these might be very, very, very decisive, as you might be able to break the tie for this roll. I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. And remember, your vote here determines if we burn a man alive or not. So, get to fucking voting if you haven't. Counting down to 5. 4. It's currently 8-7. 3. 2. 1. And 0. 10-7. Yeah, I think that the man is somehow dangerous. So that option was defeated. So you throw the symbol of obsessed fool in jail. Martial troops haul the Vigor into the prison. He immediately starts daubing more symbols on the walls with whatever he can lay his hands on. Still, he's armless enough. Other prisoners take him under their wing, treating him as a bit of a mascot. Alright. Any parent swan that is marked will have the goslings marked. That's so insane. Alright, Saint Hood it is. Let's try this one. Oh, 100%? Okay. Glad to see that some grannies aren't just playing the burn stereotype. Yeah, just give them a chance, right? My priest sent word from... Like, and again, I could have said, oh, iron choice on this. But no, that's not really who Xacintha is. That's a little bit too much. My priest sent word from beyond the capital, Your Majesty. Ninth willing, it's good news. What did the priest say? Your command of the kingdom is masterful, Your Majesty. The nobles are in no position to push back against you. Now the true journey of sainthood begins. We will scour the kingdom for miracles, so that you can show the holiness of your rule. Please thank your priest for me. Oh, they need no thanks. More than ever, they serve the crown and the ninth as one. Hey, Petronia would disagree, yeah. I shall write to my priests directly. They will investigate any potential miracles and send word once they find something. Now let's pray for a miracle. And it's a success, of course. After a few weeks, Baron Battle of Cannae Baton arrives excitedly. Hey nephew. Fantastic. My liege, excellent news from the march. 9 black swans were seen on the river, and a group of barons followed them deep into the forest. Swans paid them no... Now they're swans! Jesus. The swans paid them no heed, but led them to a grove where stood an ancient forgotten church. The swans vanished, leaving only a single feather. Besides, you must recall how last week the statue of Saint Bertrand wept blood after you visited the cathedral. And then a peasant reported a vision of you being blessed by the ninth. When the queen's rule is holy, the ninth god rewards. Everyone agrees the signs are here. Does that mean it's time? I believe it is, Your Majesty. I'll make preparations for the ceremony at St. Bertrand's Cathedral. I look forward to seeing you. That evening your wife comes to see you. I wonder if I'll have to call you Saint Xacintha, Saint Queen Xacintha. Anyway, it's a jolly good achievement. Well done. What do you think you'll get up to? I want the church and crown to work in harmony. Yeah. As a saintly queen, you're just the person to do it. So that is her goal here. Work in harmony for the better of the kingdom. Just like the gazelles of Callimaco. Hell yeah. Before you know it, the time has come. It's a gloriously sunny day in the capital, and the layers upon layers of ceremonial robes are rather hot. You stand before the Archbishop in St. Bertrand's Cathedral in front of the gathered nobles. Ulrika stands beside you, her hand in yours. Off to the side, Xacintha II is watching excitedly. She occasionally tried to dash into the crowd, but her governess retrieves her each time. We gather before the power of the ninth god to witness the holy influence of Queen Xacintha. There follows a very long sermon. Oh, we stand and smile respectfully. For fucking sure. He goes on, but eventually it's time for your blessing. A blanket of silence falls over the cathedral. You step forward and the Archbishop sprinkles holy water upon your brow. Perhaps you feel something. A warm glow, as if the ninth god is watching. The power of the ninth god bathes you in holy light. The nobles can never stand against you now. Arise once more, Queen of the Kingdom, and Saint Xacintha. And now I really want to see what she's going to be the patron, you know? Yeah, they were white swans. May the ninth god bless this day. He will, your majesty, he will. Applauses rise in the cathedral, echoing in the huge rafters. Surrounded by her red-robed devotees, the High Inquisitor is watching closely. After a moment, she applauds with the rest. The next council session, the nobles arrive to find a cluster of Inquisitors who have joined your honor guard. What are they doing here? Since when does the Inquisition have a place in the council? By the ninth, hush! Do you want to be tried for heresy? Don't worry, they're purely ceremonial. No, actually, she would say, Sainthood hasn't changed me, I promise. Baron actual literal trash still looks nervous. But none of the nobles, including him, speak up again. Over the course of the day, even the boldest noble is quick to vote with the crown. It's so easy, relaxing, efficient. You finish early for the first time in months. With the church at your back, you have license to do what you please. As long as you keep on the ninth god's good side, of course. A long, glorious, and venerated reign awaits for Saint Xacintha. GG everybody, good game. Good game. I have some thoughts on this reign. Let's read these first though. The Baron's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Baroness King Israel ended her life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. First, book death. The Grandies celebrated their victory, and Xacintha was venerated as a true hero of the south, but some whispered that the Grandies were losing control of their puppet as the queen consolidated her power around her heir, Princess Xacintha II. Oh, I'm really curious about the charts too, Tialis, because it feels like the kingdom improved massively, right? Yeah. Who could have seen that coming? You're so right, Lurks. The patricians succeeded in turning the place into a hotbed of bribery and corruption, but what's new about that? They failed to get the throne and lost money in the process, a bad investment, so only death is King Israel. Praise be! Under Saint Xacintha's reign, the church was all-powerful. The only thing warmer than the hearts of believers were the heretics being burned alive. The queen died peacefully after another 15 years of devout rule. Legend says that an angel appeared at her bedside to bear her to thereafter. Queen Xacintha the Stern. Who called her that? Because I didn't think she really was that stern. You know? Interesting name. Interesting name here. If Sparse Corruption being the richest one and Astral being the poorest one, of course. I think Xacintha was surprisingly cool. Under her reign, a lot happened. And she's probably going to say something like, I'm so holy and everything worked out, ignoring the work that was put into it. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. She's going to attribute the successes of her reign to the ninth god, and to the fact that he infused her with his power and gave her guidance. She's always going to be the modest monarch. We'll never know if that's genuine or not, you know? We'll never know. My funds are needed. Of course, sure. There you go. So yeah, we'll never know if it's actually genuine humbleness, or humbleness, is that even a word? Or not. We'll never know. But yeah, that's what she's always going to say. You know, I am nothing without the ninth. All I did is thanks to the ninth. I am but a humble vessel. Stern doesn't just have the mean they were severe as a person, but they ruled with unrelenting authority. Did it feel that way though? Because it didn't to me. But it does respect is the work of the common people and her intent of helping the kingdom. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I can get that. Patron saint of brewers, swans, and modesty. That sounds a little too much. A little on the nose. I would say let's have a discussion on that over Discord. Share your thoughts. Yeah, so exactly, Amy. You made this, I made this, the ninth made this. Saints are on the nose. Yeah, but no. I mean, brewers is a little too much. I think we can get something a bit more symbolic, you know? By the way, you pronounce Xacintha differently 4 times. On all 4 times she showed up. Told you. Told you. That might have been the 5th time. So, one last thought on this. It was one last thought on Swans is pretty good. Yeah, Swans is pretty good. Oh, I mean, it could also be Swans and Harvest. You know, blueberries and all. Saint of Harvests. So this reign felt a little less eventful than previous ones to me. And I like to think that this feels kind of like a lull. It kind of feels like we just hit our midway point in this dynasty, you know? I know it's episode 8, so we have a little less, you know, a lesser number of episodes than the ones that were previously, right? Like, we're gonna play this for 12 or 13 episodes in total, I think. So there are not as many episodes, but it feels like this is the narrative halfway point of the dynasty. So it feels like it's slowed down a little bit in order to then take pace again, you know? Kind of like when you're going up, slow down for a second, and then boom, go down again. Swans harvested. No, not the floods. Do you think it's heresy to host a tournament where the winner fights a monster swan at the end? Nah. Why would it be? It's up to you on how to frame it, right? On one hand, Xacintha showed patience, intelligence, and ruled pragmatically, so it could be said they were a capable and good monarch. On the other hand, it could be said they used all those talents and devious schemes to benefit themselves while keeping their true nature secret. I mean, their true nature was actually to be a pragmatic and calculating for the good of the kingdom. You know, it was all... The idea was never to be calculating in order to... you know, get more and more rich and then, you know, have a good life and not give a shit about everybody else. But it was to project an image of stability and to project outside an image of, you know, competence. Yeah, competence and stability so that people will trust her judgment, so that the kingdom could actually heal. That was the idea. If I speak frankly, I was frustrated by the start of the reign. It felt like that the nobles, especially Grandees, flanderized themselves. With them just took their respective sides in a flood event. If you think of these, it just felt like clear on it. Yeah, I get it. Like seeing Grandees in the 5th situation makes people shortcut it and rely on their existing heuristics. I understand it. It can happen. And if you don't like it, you don't have to engage with it. You can step back and be like, you know what? I'm gonna be back in a couple episodes. We won't, you know, it's not guaranteed that we get cool RP every time. Alright, let's take a look at Xacintha II here, shall we? A battle nerd. Oh my god, a sad battle nerd. She gives me incredible vibes. Okay. I love her. I love her so much. I think the series started pretty well. And it's still going well, in my opinion. Again, I just wanted to share the feeling that it felt today like it was slowing down a little bit, and it really felt like it was... You know, that kind of a filler episode in halfway through the season before the second part starts, you know? So this, wait, too chat is going too fast. Strategies, certainly some martial bloodline got in there. Oh yeah, for sure. We don't have a librarian going, no. I disagree, the Grandees were very much a United block, but I don't think it comes from like a thought or RP. So when they coming along and vote together as a block with that division, it comes from the thoughts they laid out, not from lack of it. Oh, that's, yeah. But I think that, if I understand, Amy was saying that those thoughts were not as deep as hoped. She gives me the vibes that she knows everyone is looking at her to carry the strike home against Ashbid. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Actually, I don't think that's why she looks like this. I have some ideas already. I love her. I love her. This is great. I think the next one is going to be a good one. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna think about this character. I'm gonna write some traits. I'm gonna write some words for this battle nerd, and I can see this going in two very different ways. And I'm very curious to see which one I'm gonna go for in the end. I have two very clear ideas here, and yeah. Thank you so much for playing, everybody. Thank you so much for playing. This was episode number 8 of the Bladesong Dynasty. I am so excited. So freaking excited to play episode number 9 next week and lead the battle nerd Xacintha II to her triumph or demise. Who knows? We'll see. I'll see you next episode.